Well, listen, the financial press, CNBC, the news media in general, the school system, they don't want anybody to understand this stuff. Because if they understood it, what would they do? Well, first of all, they wouldn't invest in stocks or bonds or annuities or life insurance. I mean, all of those products are crappy. They are just totally destroyed through inflation. Inflation destroys the value of them. I know someone who works at one of the big financial services firms, and he sells these annuities. And he says, I can offer you guaranteed income, right, at retirement. But the problem is, he can't tell you what the value of that income will be. He may say, well, you'll get $5,000 a month when you retire in 10 years if you buy this annuity now. But who knows what the value of $5,000 a month will be in 10 years? Yeah, exactly. I say it will be minimal. Right. The FDIC, right? They just raised the limit of the FDIC insurance because everybody was taking their money out of banks because they were scared. And so it went from $100,000 to $250,000. Well, the FDIC ensures that you'll get your money back in what's called nominal dollars. In other words, the name of the money. So $100,000 is they'll give you $100,000 back if the bank fails, but they don't tell you what the $100,000 will be worth. Right. I mean, who knows what it'll be worth? Look at you talk to older people, right? And they say, "Sonny, when I was your age, a candy bar only cost 5 cents, and now it's $1." Right. Okay. The point is not what it's called. Okay, like being a millionaire. A million ain't what it used to be. Right. All right. A million it's no big deal. If you're not a millionaire in Southern California, you're not close to being rich or being able to retire, right? So you got to be a multimillionaire nowadays.
Right. And we're heading to a billionaire with the way that the money's being printed now. It's being devalued so quickly. We have one last question here. We have Jeffrey from France. Says that my question is, what precisely is at the root of our current economic turmoil, Jason, and what might be its eventual outcome? Are the problems about fundamental systemic failings in global capitalism? And if so, how might they be resolved?
I'll take a stab at it, but there's a lot to that question, and there are experts that are more aware than me and more knowledgeable about it than I. But here's the deal, what we're seeing now, Ray, and what we've been seeing for years is a conflict of interest between the elites in government and the elites on Wall Street that are sucking money like a vacuum cleaner out of the middle class. And capitalism is a great thing. Okay, the less interference we have in the markets, I say, the better off we'll be. Okay, we don't need more regulations. We might need fewer regulations, but the question is which ones. We do need some regulation, otherwise we have anarchy. But the problem is we have a populace around the world, not just in the U.S., who has become mentally lazy and comfortable. And in ancient days they used to call this bread and circuses. Keep the population just kind of comfortable, give them entertainment, give them basic food, and they won't rise up and do anything about it. Okay? The problem is we're too comfortable. And we've trusted these people in government, and we've trusted these people on Wall Street to manage our money and make sure our retirement is safe. And the fact is they've let us down, and we have to stop trusting them. That is the lesson. The threat to our financial security is government, central banks like the Federal Reserve, and Wall Street. And I'll add one more. And it's a conflict of interest, I'm going to add that. Okay, just one thing. Wall Street. I think it became a big scam when the focus changed from dividend-paying stocks to more speculative buying. That was the fundamental shift. It used to be okay before like the early 80s, but then when the focus changed, it just turned around. What I would say to the audience is understand what is happening to the value of your currency, your money, okay, and understand that the prudent use of debt can make you very wealthy because inflation destroys debt. Be a direct investor. Don't let other people handle your financial future. Trust yourself, buy some prudent rental properties in diverse markets, use other people's money to buy them, let other people called tenants repay that debt for you, get